Stay cool.
All right, thanks. Enjoy.
This is a THOR News presentation. THOR News presents Science is like magic and magic tricks. Astronomy is much like Hogwarts, school of wizardry and sciencecraft. Spaceweather.com. What's up in space? Well, multiple things. One, Earth-directed X-class, flare, and CME. Alright, party people, it's just a quick update. The Earth weather is still weird. That Mother Love Bone, the sun, is still acting crazy. And from first alerts, I do believe we are about to undergo an Earth-directed X-class solar flare. So at the very least, the full weather watch is on. Sunspot AR2158 erupted on September 10th. It's 1746 Universal Time, producing an X 1.6 class solar flare. A flash of ultraviolet radiation from the explosion ionized the upper layers of Earth's atmosphere. High-frequency radio communications for more than an hour. More importantly, the explosion hurled a CME, which is the sun ejecting a mass, directly towards Earth. The Solar and Heliospheric Observatory photographed the expanding cloud. At first I was like, man, this ain't that doomy. And then I did recognize, I cannot remember the last time we had a direct facing X-class flare. And then I watched her, and it's like, alright, now just take a look at her. It's mesmerizing. It's like a gun, and the barrel just points at us, and then she clicks and fires. See how there's a perfect circle in the middle almost? And then at the rim of the circle is where it... And like here, it's like all of her solar family have thrown her in the air like she's a cheerleader. And she's like, yay! And at the middle, she... Kapows! Chicka chicka bang! And what's this weird black box? You know? It's mesmerizing. And you can see the camera react right after it. Pow, bang. Pow, bang. And if you notice here, it's like breast, and then the big long tail, and then the wings. See, it's growing its left wing, I guess. So I don't like to doom it up, but I do like to be prepared, and I do like to ask questions. So after watching this and seeing that the hole itself has to be much larger than Earth, and having seen the ISS photo on space weather, it came out earlier, I'm sure. ISS, not to be confused with the guys who are beheading people in Iraq. That's ISIS, not to be confused with the Egyptian gods. I'm sure they're completely unrelated. But what is related is the X-class flare, which came out of here like pow, and then if that coronal mass ejection was more like a shotgun blast than a single-barreled rifle, then do we have escape plans? Jetpacks for the ISS guys? Should we take some precautions? Maybe turn everything off as it passes? Seriously, like, I don't remember we X-class flare shot at us directly, and it happened to have the ISS right there in the line of sight. Because maybe if it's just a rifle and it's just a sun bullet, maybe that bullet is really big. I'm gonna have to go to a helio viewer to pull up the size. Okay, it does not look like that helio viewer is going to be much help in this situation. I've been trying to get some movies made. As you can see here, it says you can get your movie made in approximately 9 hours. Usually it takes 3 to 5 minutes. And the stereo cameras, the Lascos, they're all stopped right at the flare. All I have is the SDO stuff. I will keep my eye on this. Thanks to Dabu for the shout out. And even though I spar with NASA often, it's out of love. Because I just want to inspire y'all to be the best space agency possible. Because I want to be making out with hot chicks on the moon. or on Mars, or if I find that one special girl, just hot chick. Wow, that area does look crazy. But yeah, we don't have stereo head stopped at 10-10-01. Stereo behind. As your possible presidential candidate in 2016, I do want to suggest to NASA and all the space agencies in the world to get prepared at the worst case scenario. In the International Space Station, consider it just a drill. Hopefully we have good backup plans, like low orbit space parachutes. Yeah, as you can see, the all the interesting stuff. The X-class flare part has been cut out. Ain't the first time, but this is the first time I can remember an X-class flare being pointed right at us and the ISS being in the way. It is a tradition here at THOR News to name the X-class flares after X-Men. So in honor of the men and women of the International Space Station and their safety, I'm naming it after Armor, one of my favorite X-Men of all time. One of my very favorite X-Men. I think her and Wolverine should get married. They would be the perfect couple. If you haven't read Joss Whedon's Astonishing X-Men, that is where I got the term Astonisher. You should. It's one of the most romantic stories I've ever read. Trust me, it's awesome. And it had this one scene when Armor comes in and asks Wolverine, "Can I help?" And he says, "Are you a beer?" That was one of the finest moments in all of comic book history. Anyway, God bless everybody. Peace out.